Hi everyone, welcome back to my channel, All for Art. So if you've been keeping up with my videos, you'll notice that I changed my name from Art for Heart to All for Art. So everything is going to be updated from now on, just a side note. So anyways, onto the video. Today's video is going to be the start of a mini-series in which we explore drawing complex forms from simple shapes, exploring perspective, and understanding light source in depth. So today's video is going to be talking about drawing forms from simple shapes. And all three of these concepts are going to be explored through this bowl. So we're going to learn how to do all of those by talking about a bowl, which is really exciting. And today's video is just absolutely a paramount concept for advancing art skills and understanding the subjects you're drawing. So for all you'll need for today is going to be an eraser, a pencil, and a piece of paper or a sketchbook, like always. So let's get into it. Okay, so I want to preface this lesson by telling you guys that drawing complex forms from simple shapes is absolutely key to expanding drawing skills and being able to draw better and draw more things, because once we are able to break down complex forms into these simple shapes, we're able to draw these complex forms not only more accurately, but we're also able to better understand them, their forms, and how they work with the other objects in their surroundings. So basically, it's a really easy process. All you have to do is look at the form and think, hey, what simple shapes do I see in it? Like, looking at something and say, I see a rectangle there, I see an oval there. This is how the rectangle and oval are fitting together. And here I see a square. It's basically just identifying those simple shapes in the complex form and understanding how to transfer it to a paper. So to start understanding how to identify simple shapes and complex forms, we're actually going to be starting with the simple form, which is a bowl. A bowl is simple. It's essentially any angle you look at it, it's like spherical, maybe you have some semicircle action going on here. But let's say we look at the bowl from this angle. Now tell me, what complex figures, what simple shapes do you see? Here, right now, I'm seeing a semicircle, which can possibly be done through a more rectangular form. It's not super round, you have to think about that. And then I'm seeing an oval, right? So when we're thinking about drawing this, we're thinking semicircle and oval. And now that we know those two forms, and I think we all have the capacities to draw a pretty decent semicircle and an oval, we can transfer it to paper really easily. So to start that process, just gonna start here. We're gonna do our oval. And remember, like I mentioned before, you have to use chicken scratches. Stay light, stay sketchy, and make sure there's room for adjustment so you can draw good shapes. Okay, so there's an oval. It's just a run-in-the-mill oval. It's nothing special. And now we're gonna do our semicircle. So semicircle, you have to think it's more like a crescent shape because you're attaching it to the oval, but let's just say we just wanted to do a semicircle. Super easy. And I know for some of us, see, even my semicircle's pretty uneven. I know it can be kind of hard to get these shapes even. And remember, it doesn't have to be perfectly even. You can even start off with a circle and then just erase the top half. I forgot I didn't have the eraser on the end. I gotta use this eraser. So yeah, and then here if I wanted to even it out here. See, that's really easy. It's basically just an oval and a semicircle or a crescent type shape. And remember, I was talking about how it's a rectangle because it was more straight on the sides. And you gotta make room for that because the step after finding the simple shapes and transferring it onto paper is fine-tuning and adjusting. So for example, say we take our bowl again, okay? And now we're gonna use, we can use something like this, which is like a crescent, and a larger, thicker oval. So if we did that, it would be something like, something more along the lines of this. Then our crescent shape is here. And see, we have to understand that this connects to this. These two work in unison together, because you can't draw this big of an oval and then draw a really big bottom. It's not the way our bowl looks, and it's not accurate. So when we're thinking about simple shapes in complex forms, you have to make sure that they're working together to create the image you need. And you have to also make sure that even after you've done your simple shape, you're continuing to adjust and fine-tune so that you can get the most accurate drawing possible. So something more complex that you might apply this technique to would be, I mean, there's a lot of things in this world are made of complex forms, but something that comes to mind that is very hard for a lot of people is anatomy, and that's a whole different beast, which I definitely will make a video on in the future. But see, you're starting with the head, which is an oval, and then your spine line, and then the shoulders and the torso, it's a triangle. That's what a lot of people don't realize. And then you go in your waist, it's a trapezoid. So your arms, they're like rectangles. Shoulder joint, it's a circle. So it's a lot of just identifying these shapes in different forms and making sure that you can fit it to your needs. And see here I'm curving out an edge, so I can start the legs. But basically, that's what the essence of this concept is: identifying the simple shapes and putting them on your paper so that they can work together and create a more complex form. So yeah, that's pretty much all I have to say for this video. Thank you so much for watching, and be sure to check out the next two parts in which I'll talk about perspective and light sources.